This section is going to cover the Opposing Viewpoints database. You can find information inside of this database on critical issues in education and pro and con issues. So it's a great place to start. You will find background information as well as scholarly materials in this database. From your SOE Foundation's homepage, go to the Getting Started page, and here you will find the Opposing Viewpoints in Context database. So we're going to click on Opposing Viewpoints. From here, once this database loads, there's always interests of the month that they'll highlight. So that will be different each month. This month they're highlighting foster care, technology and society, air pollution, and different things. As you scroll down the page, there will be other issues that they're noting that have either been recently updated or recently added to the database. What I want you to do is scroll back up to the page where the light bulb is, and it says Browse Issues. Click on Browse Issues. Once you get to this page, there's close to almost 500 content areas of information here. There are lots of education and school-related topics here that you can go through and look at, so your topic may be in here. One thing that you can do to help you navigate this page is use your Control and your F key on your keyboard. This creates this search box up here, and what you can do is look for the topic of education. Make sure you spell it correctly. So we're looking up education. From here I can scroll through the arrows and look at the different areas of education. It's talking about the national public debate of public education here. I've got bilingual education, for-profit education, higher education K through 12, online education, sex education, STEM education, special education and learning disabilities. There's the STEM, technology and education. So there's a whole lot of different education related topics. In addition to that, you could use this search box to look up school. There's 11 content areas on school. We've got cell phones in schools, charter schools, homeschooling. You get the idea. There's all sorts of topics. School discipline, school dress code, school funding, school reform, school start time, school uniforms, school violence. All sorts of topics, homeschooling as well. So these are just things that you can do to help you limit your search. So once I find a topic that I'm interested in, so maybe I want to look at also, there's also different areas on students and student rights. So there's student activism and speech, student rights, students and grades, students and homeworks, because these are all controversial issues. Let's go in and look at student rights, for instance. So we can click on the content area of student rights, and what happens is when you get inside of this database, it will always have a article that will highlight that general topic. So I can click on Read More. This will give me general background information on this topic. This is generally a reference article. Sometimes you will find data and statistics inside of these. And I can scroll through here. It's giving me key events about this particular topic, how to protect equal access to education, freedom of speech and expression, and privacy and surveillance. And I can go through here and grab this information. So this is a good place to start. Also notice in this database, look at the different tools. There's a read aloud tool if you want to use that. There's also an area where I can go and cite this one. So where the quotation marks are, where it's cite, I can click on that. And if this is for an education class, generally using APA 7th, so I can copy and paste this citation. What I will say to you is that all of our citation generators are a good place to start with your citation, but you always want to double check that citation and make sure everything is in the proper formats according to the guidance of the style that you're using. So I can go through here and read this information. It might also note other articles down the side of the page I may want to pay attention to and other related topics. What I'm going to do right now is go back to my previous page where the search results are. What I like about this database is I have this content area of information on student rights, and then what it does, it divides the information into different categories for me. If I'm looking for featured viewpoints on this particular topic, I'll go to this folder. I've also got a listing of academic journals. This is where I'm going to find my scholarly peer-reviewed sources. I've also got other types of things I can look look at. I've got audio clips, other viewpoints, news related topic, images, magazines, statistics. They're all here and you can click to them from here, or you can simply scroll down the page and look at the different content areas. If I wanted reference articles, I could go here and look at those reference articles, or again, those different viewpoints on freedom of speech. If I was looking for that scholarly peer-reviewed source, I would click on the academic journals section, and then from here I can scroll through these results. I can pull them up by relevance to my topic or newest, meaning the most recently published items. So I can pull them up that way as well. It just depends on how you're doing your research. Once I scroll through here, I can go through and click on whatever it is that I want to look at. And then the next thing I do, if I'm interested in that article, I'll want to go in and click on that article. And from here, this will give me an abstract of the article, so this will give me a synopsis of what the contents of it, and then I can go through and read this article. If it's scholarly and peer-reviewed, it will be listing sources all throughout it where they got their references from, and that is one way I'll be able to determine if it's scholarly peer-reviewed article. As I scroll back up to the top, this one I'll notice is in the University of Massachusetts Law Review, so it's going to be a highly technical article, but that's just one way I can go in and look at my research. So anyhow, that's how I can look at these articles. Also, you'll notice as I scroll through this list, there's a check mark where it says peer-reviewed on each and every one of these, so that's a good indication that it will be the type of scholarly peer-reviewed article that I want. I always want to look at that information, make sure it's not an editorial article, because often editorial articles are different people's comments and views on different subjects. And again, don't forget, you can always use the search box up here. This is how to search the Opposing Viewpoints database for issues in education and pros and cons in education about schools and students.